Hey everybody, Rich with Prep You out here by my lovely little Nissan Versa that gets me everywhere with great gas mileage. Do miss my truck though. Of course, it was a 3/4 ton Ram turbocharged, and I got about 8 miles to the gallon. It was good for hauling the Boy Scout stuff around, but not so much for just hauling my butt around, and especially with gas prices back up again. Anyhow, that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about, it is finally mid-spring, and looking at the long forecast, we here in the Midwest aren't looking at, or Midwest, we are not looking at any frosty, hard, cold nights anymore. So what we're doing today is we're switching our winter car kit to what I like to carry in the summertime. All right, spring, summer, into fall until it starts getting freezing at night, and then we switch out again. We also have a couple items we're going to put in here. I'll show them to you. I'll kind of go through the kit, even though you can go to our list playlist, and you can see what's in our what I carry. May not be what you want to carry, but it's what I carry. So, without further ado, let me pull out my car kit, and we'll take a look at it. So this is it. It's a nice little box. Got it from Plano. We're real close to the factory in Plano, Illinois. So just went to the factory outlet store in Plano and picked this up. It was relatively inexpensive, really nice. And yes, I know I've cut my head off, but you don't need to see my ugly mug anyhow. It's more about what's here. So the nice thing about this box is it's got multiple different openings. So this top one just kind of flips up. And in here, what I've got is just stuff you're going to grab right away. I mean, we've got Band-Aids, alcohol prep, Neosporin. There's a knife, a couple different flashlights, and I love paracord. I like to keep as much paracord with me as possible. So that's in the top compartment. All right. The next compartment, this top lifts really up nicely up, is just some other stuff that I like to carry. This is a folding shovel, more paracord. We've got fire starter stuff right there. We've got matches and a lighter. We have a pen that's got duct tape wrapped around it, so you always have duct tape. You don't have a huge roll. I may even have a roll down in there. I'm not sure. A radio that also has, you can get weather on it. Here is a one-time use emergency charger for your phone. Paper, pens, markers, another knife, gloves, surgical gloves. This is an emergency fishing kit, okay? And you can look at our videos on the emergency fishing kit. And I think I said a whole bunch of batteries. Something that every kit should have is a compass is in here, and a bunch of paper in case you have to write notes or whatever. And then I have, in case my glasses get broken, I have a magnifying sheet here that I can actually read stuff if need be. All right, so that's the top compartment. Now, I know I showed you the emergency fishing kit, but, and you probably already noticed, fishing pole goes with me wherever I go, absolutely. But I also have a larger fishing kit. If you look at some of our videos, we also have numerous, like I just said, about the small emergency fishing kits, but I've got a video about larger emergency fishing kits, a little bit smaller than, say, this tray is, but it carries some really cool stuff. So that's this tray. Now, let's get to the other and some of the switch outs we're going to do. Not going to need winter hat and gloves, but I love gloves. You should always have gloves with you, whatever, because let's face it, if you're doing some work and you screw up your hands, it's miserable and it makes it really hard. So what I'm going to do, just got these from Menards, just some regular gloves. These gloves are going to replace this kit. This is going to go down in the bunker where all my switch out stuff is. So what else are we going to switch out? I'm just going to put this over here for now. These will go right there for now. We're also going to pull out the emergency water This is emergency water. We talked about this before, in Mylar bags, and they're oversized bags. So when the water freezes, it doesn't break them. Okay. But just in case, double bagged in a large quart, or are these gallon? Oh, these are gallon um, Ziploc bags, double bagged. Okay. Because you don't want other stuff getting all wet in here. So this is going to come out, and what's going to go in? 3 cans, all right, of water, drinking water, just plain old water, nothing fancy. This just happens to be Liquid Death mountain water from Switzerland. I love it. It's got a great flavor to it. In cans, as we talked about in several of our videos before, you do not want your emergency water in your car to be plastic, in any kind of plastic, okay? Because it gets hot, gets cold, gets hot, gets cold, and some of the chemicals from the plastic will leach into your water. And if you're stuck somewhere and you got to have water just to get by, the last thing you want is it tasting like plastic, although you probably won't care if you're dying. But you don't want those chemicals in your body. You also don't want to keep like a 12-pack of water in your car. You can buy this, and I bought these in a 12-pack. But for this kit, I'm just putting 3 in there. Okay, it's emergency water. That's all it is. In an emergency, never touch this stuff. Okay, unless you have to. I'm going to set this over here and kind of go over some of the other stuff. You all know I was in a fireman, EMT in the fire service, so I carry probably more stuff than the normal person, but less stuff than a paramedic would be, or hopefully an ER doc would carry. I'm not carrying any IV equipment. That's for the other people. I'm not worried about it. But anyhow, what we carry in here is this is a full-blown trauma kit. I mean, this has got chest seals. This has got oh gosh, help me here. Tourniquets, Israeli bandages, scissors, knives, alcohol prep kits. We have different blood absorption band-aids and stuff like that in here. We also are carrying snacks. Should always, and switch them out. Okay, these were just switched out recently because I was somewhere shooting with a buddy, and we decided that we realized we didn't have any food with us, so we ended up packing the emergency kit in the car, and we ate all the snacks. So these are all brand new snacks. A couple of the other things that are in here real quick to go through. Garbage bags are always a must. Extra Ziploc bags just in case. A stove. Okay, a stove is really handy to have. It's a nice little folding stove. We're going to pull these out also. These are your hand warmers. Always check the dates on these. I've used them past date, but why take a chance? They're cheap. All right, go to Cabela's and buy them. All right, so those are going to go in the bunker on the shelf that's got all my switch out stuff in there. Other stuff that's in here is these are actually compressed towelettes. Okay, I don't know if you can see them. They're little. You can buy these, anywhere. Just go on Amazon or wherever, and you can get those. And these are pressed towels. All right, they open up, which is really nice. We also carry extra clothes. So in here are socks, underwear, t-shirts. You've got a couple different levels of socks in here, and a couple t-shirts, long and short. And you've also have a couple bandanas. Nice to have. Emergency rations. It's always nice to have in case you get stuck somewhere. Who knows? You're going to eat something. It's nice to have. Also, we also have emergency blankets, and we also have I forgot what this is. It's an emergency bivvy. All right, you can get that. Actually, you can bundle this kind of stuff on Amazon or eBay or whatever. And like we've talked about before, there's another survival blanket. Maps. Okay. Maps from all around where I live. You can see what the names on the maps are. These are plastic coated. Even if inside here gets wet, it's going to be fine. All right, these maps will stick around forever. and that's really good. If you have to work on your car, it's always nice to have a lantern. Lantern's nice. What's also nice about this lantern is it will turn red. So if you need it for emergency purposes, but a lantern's always good. I already talked about plenty of batteries. You can see the batteries are underneath here. So those are good. Matter of fact, I'm gonna change those batteries out because that's something else you should do. If you know, batteries are cheap nowadays, and the nice thing about them is I used to hate disposing of them because of the acid level and the mercury inside of them. Most batteries are now mercury free, and they say you can dispose of them in the garbage. You don't have to recycle them or whatever else. And always roll toilet paper. So let's put this stuff back in here and see how well it all fits. Here goes the water and the maps, and the toilet paper fits in really nice right there. Emergency blanket. Talk about this stuff as we put it back in. I'm probably going to have to rearrange this, so sorry. All right, your emergency rations, your extra clothes. Oh, then you have your trauma kit, which is actually fitting in there very nicely. Pretty amazing. Emergency bivvy. Garbage bags. Always have garbage bags. They should also be in your everyday carry. They should be in your bug out kit. You should just have extra garbage bags and other bags that you might need. Our folding stove that comes with fuel. All right, let's take a look at that. With fuel. That can fit right back down in here. That fits in there perfectly. Towelettes. Towels. Those two. Gloves on top. Stuff you're going to use the most, you want obviously on top. So the gloves are on top there. Snacks. I have to remember not bring snacks to the range and use the snacks out of here, but at least we got the snacks. And then the light will go in here, but like I said, I'm going to change the batteries out in these, not with the batteries in this kit, different batteries from in the house. And then this is something else, and I'm not sure how we're going to get this in here. This is called a Guidesman kit. It's pretty cool. I got it at Menards the other day. They were like 14 bucks. I couldn't pass it up. I really couldn't. So let me open it up. Let me show you real quick. Hopefully everything doesn't fall out. So what is in here? That's the question. What is in here? There is a folding knife, a flashlight, a wire saw, fire starter, tactical pen, a whistle, some fishing equipment, a multi-use spork, a blow fire tube, emergency blanket, paracord bracelet, fire tinder, water bottle strap, which is kind of nice because if you got that strap, you can put it on your belt and you don't have to carry it in your hand when you're carrying other stuff. So, and then there's also a multi-tool. This was 14 bucks. Is it the best stuff in the world? No, it's not the best stuff in the world, but it's nice to have. All right. It's really good. Go to your local Menards, and they probably still have them, unless, like me, other people bought 4 at a time. I bought one for my car, my wife's car, my daughter's car, and her fiance now's car. So, and then the idea is for that to drop right in there. Anybody taking bets on if the top will close when we put the tray in? And then, of course, you got the tray. Tray should fit right on top of there like that. Top comes across, and it worked. All right, so that is the car kit. That's switching out. It is spring. I can't wait. School's almost over. It's going to be vacation time, 3 lovely months. A trip to Florida, and a bunch of other things, a wedding, birthdays, all kinds of good stuff in the summertime. I absolutely love it. So that's it. That is the switch out. Oh, some of the other things that are in my car. You're probably wondering. I always keep a full toolbox. All right. My wife has a small toolbox in her car, in case I have to use it. There's always a shovel, not just for the winter. Okay, always keep a shovel in there. A tarp comes in real handy because if you know me, this car is used for everything. I've picked up mulch, I've picked up rock, I've picked up fish pond, I've picked up all kinds of stuff to fit in here. And when these seats go down, after I remove the fishing pole, then the tarp goes out so I don't have to vacuum so much. But a tarp is kind of nice in case you need it. If you get stuck somewhere, you can actually make a shelter out of it. And that's what the paracord's for, is to tie it down. So there you go. I'm sure you can hear the airplane coming overhead. So this is a perfect time to end this video. If you have any questions, email me. If you've got something really cool that you put in your vehicle kit, let me know. Some of you have a lot more room than I've got, and you can add a few things. But I'm sure you're also saying, gosh, Rich, a lot of redundancy. Yeah, there's a lot of redundancy in here, but I believe in redundancy. Absolutely, a backup to the backup. Wasn't a fireman for, how do I want to put that? Wasn't a fireman for 35 years and didn't learn that when you need something, it doesn't work. And that's why you have to have a backup. So that's it. I want to thank you for watching this video. I want to thank you for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We really appreciate that. So as we always say when we end our videos, always be aware of your surroundings. Always have enough food, water, medicine, ammunition, and fuel to shelter in place or bug out. And please, prep like your life depends on it, because it really does. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Take care. Bye.